You tuned into the South African Morning. To this now, far-right U.S. Christian groups are pouring millions of dollars into Africa. Global news website Open Democracy says this is to lobby governments into adopting anti-LGBT and abortion policies. Let's get more on this from Africa editor Lydia Namubiru. She joins us from Kampala. A very good morning to you, Lydia. Talk to me about the findings of this investigation.
Good morning. Thank you for having me. Yes, so we found that since 2017, a group of about 23 organizations that in the U.S. are known to fight LGBTI rights, access to contraception, abortion, have spent more than $54 million in Africa since 2007. Now, why they are sending it still remains largely a question. We know it's very much dark money, where we don't know who funds them. We often don't know what the money is coming to Africa to do, but the extent to which we can see them supporting facilities that discourage abortion, even where it's legal in South Africa, sometimes in violation of the law on, non-directional counseling about abortion. We've seen them support facilities that advise against contraceptive use in Uganda, but we also saw them associated with people who have been quite violently homophobic, campaigning for the death penalty for against gay people in Uganda, Ethiopia, and that sort of thing.
Lydia, same-sex marriages became legalized in the U.S. around 2015, but in many, in fact, most countries in Africa, they're still very much illegal. Could this be a reason why they are targeting Africa to spread this propaganda?
Yes, I think I'm not absolutely convinced that, gay people or women who may want abortion, ultimately, their ultimate goal. That's the reason why they're investing millions of dollars. But I think these issues are very easy to polarize people over in the U.S., but also in Africa, where views remain quite conservative about these things. So they are an easy entry point if you're coming into Africa for whatever reasons. And I do think it's important to ultimately look at what these organizations' attitudes towards democracy itself is. What their attitudes towards who should govern, how they should be selected are. Because I think ultimately their goals stretch well beyond these issues, but these issues are just an easy entry point into Africa.
There is also the issue of money, which you mentioned briefly. None of these people are talking about where they are getting the funding from. It's this big secret. Talk to me about that.
Yes. So when you look at other foreign money coming into Africa from the UN, global philanthropies, the standard of transparency between those organizations and U.S. Christian groups is very, very different. You have UN bodies publishing data in different formats online, so you can see where their money came from, which governments it came from, which individuals it came from, and where their money went and what their money did. You don't have that level of transparency at all with U.S. Christian groups, and part of it is that they don't have to. In the U.S. and especially in Africa, churches aren't subject to as much scrutiny. They're often not taxable. There's so much room to hide.
Yeah, those are some disturbing findings there from that investigation. Thank you very much, Lydia. That is Lydia Namubiru, Africa editor, joining us from Kampala.